Happy Halloween, boys and girls, and welcome to Going to Bed with Mike and Steve. I'm Mike.
And I'm Steve.
And this is night 3 of R.L. Stine's Goosebumps, Egg Monsters from Mars. Of course, even though it's night 3, we're only on chapter 2, so let's begin, shall we? Aye! That is, for those of you taking notes, that's spelled A-A-A-A-A-I-I-I-I-I.
I mean, it's how it sounds.
It's pronounced Aye!
So that should be pretty obvious.
The scream rang through the air. I turned back towards the house. One of the Hare sisters was waving her hand wildly, calling to the other girls. I grabbed up my basket and ran towards her. "They're not hard-boiled," I heard her cry as I came closer, and I saw the drippy yellow yolk running down the front of her white t-shirt. "Mom didn't have time to hard-boil them," Brandy announced, "or to paint them. I know it's weird, but there just wasn't time." When putting together this birthday party, the mother literally only had time to go to the store,
pick up the eggs,
buy eggs,
quickly hide them,
chuck them all over the yard.
She did it like that afternoon.
Yeah, she was just like...
It was noon, party was at 1.
She was basically like, well, we were gonna give her this American Girl doll for her birthday, but I guess it's part of the prize. If she wins, she gets her
present.
Her present.
Somebody else gets
if
it.
not, well, she got her egg hunt, right, honey? Yeah, right, honey.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, parents from Finland.
Parents from a Goosebumps universe.
Yeah, parents in Goosebumps are not particularly,
He is good at capturing the child's fear of, nobody's listening, nobody believes me.
Nobody pays any attention to me.
I'm all alone in this.
Yeah. Yeah, the kids in Goosebumps books really, like, they cannot depend on their parents for anything. I raised my eyes to the house. Mom and Dad had both disappeared inside. They're like, oh shit, they found out about the salmonella eggs!
Oh no, quick, we don't want to get sued.
Be careful, Brandy warned her party guests. If you crack them... She didn't finish her sentence. I heard a wet splat, then laughter. How much you want to bet it's the boys? Because boys will be boys.
Oh,
boys enjoy
man,
messy activities, whereas girls like American Girl dolls and tea parties and being nice and clean and proper and doing each other's hair.
Gender roles.
Cool, one of the girls, a boy had tossed an egg against the side of the doghouse. What a fucking asshole. Hey. Have you ever gone over to somebody's house and thought to yourself,
I'm gonna throw an
it's
egg
appropriate to throw a perishable
doghouse.
egg against the property of the owners of this establishment? Cool, one of the girls exclaimed. Oh no, see? Girls like messy eggs too.
Oh, well, there you go. Progressive.
Ann's big sheepdog Stubby came running out of the doghouse. Oh, and he even lives in the doghouse.
He's probably like,
Everybody, 10 points if you hit the dog right in the face! Yeah! I don't know why he likes to sleep in there. He's almost as big as the house, but I didn't have time to think about Stubby. Splat. Another egg exploded, this time against the garage wall. More laughter. Brandy's friends thought it was really hilarious. Well, I don't know what her parents were thinking, like, not supervising this activity.
They're like, whatever. You know, they won't figure it out and they won't make a mess.
Another egg exploded, this time against the garage wall. More laughter. Brandy's friends thought it was really hilarious. Egg fight! Egg fight! Two boys started to chant, egg fight! 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 I ducked as an egg went sailing over my head. It landed with a crack on the driveway. Eggs were flying everywhere now. I stood there and I gaped in amazement. I heard a small streak. I spun around to see villagers fleeing from their huts. Flames leapt up towards the sky, and then I smelled it, the smell of death. I spun around to see that two of the Hare sisters had runny red oozing in their hair. They were shouting and tugging at their hair and trying to put their skulls back together to keep their brains from oozing out into the dirt below their feet. Splat! Another hit the garage. Crack! Shrapnel and bombshells bounced over the driveway. I ducked down and searched for Anne. She probably went home, I figured. She'd been deployed 2 days earlier, or rather, yeah, she'd been sent home. Anne enjoys a good laugh, but she's 12, much too sophisticated for war. Well, when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Think fast, Dana! Anne screamed from behind me. I threw myself to the ground just in time. She heaved 2 grenades at once. They both whirred over my head and dropped onto the grass with a sickening boosh! Stop it! Stop it! I heard Brandy shrieking desperately. It's my birthday! Stop it! It's my birthday! Thunk. Somebody hit Brandy in the chest with a boulder. Wild laughter rang out. Sticky red puddles covered the back lawn. I raised my eyes to Anne. She was grinning back at me, about to let me have it again. Time for action. I reached into my basket and pulled out my AK-47. I raised it high above my head, started to shoot, but stopped. The egg. I looked down between my feet and stared at it. Stop! Everybody stop! Hey, stop your fire! Cease fire, everybody! Look at this! Something was wrong with the egg that was between my feet. Something was terribly wrong. Chapter 3. The egg was too big. The egg was too big, bigger than a normal egg, about the size of a softball. I held it carefully, studying it. The color wasn't right either. It wasn't egg-colored, that creamy off-white, and it wasn't brown.
There's no egg in the world that's bigger than what you find at a supermarket.
That's when
it doesn't exist.
That's when I realized it was my sister Brandy's head. That's not.
I stomped on it.
That's not true.
Release all my tension.
The egg was pale green. I raised it to the sunlight to make sure I was seeing correctly. Yes, green. And what were those thick cracks up and down the shell? I ran my pointer finger over the dark, jagged lines. No, not cracks. Some kind of veins. Blue and purple veins crisscrossing the green eggshell. So he noticed that it was green, needed to hold it up to the sunlight in order to double check, even though it was throbbing with veins like a massive...
Is this like a light trick? Let me hold it up. Nope.
Weird, I muttered out loud. Sorry. Weird. Weird. Brandy's friends were shouting and shrieking. Bullets were flying all around me. An egg splattered over, blood splattered over my sneakers. The red liquid oozed over my laces, but I didn't care. I rolled the strange egg over and over between my hands. I brought it close to my face and squinted hard at the blue and purple veins.
Throbbing.
Ooh, I let it. Oh, sorry. Ooh, I let out a low cry when I felt it pulsing. The veins throbbed.
Ew.
God. My parents came outside and saw me holding at about waist level something big and throbbing and veiny in my hands.
It was ready to explode.
I could feel a steady beat. Thud. Thud, thud. Oh, wow, it's alive! This is like, do you think this is just an allegory for his first erection?
Probably. It's like, oh my god, it lives, it moves, it grows!
Like, just
He's becoming a man.
Put the plural over on eggs, and it's, I rolled the strange eggs over and over slowly between my hands. I brought it close to my face and squinted hard at the blue and purple veins. Ooh. I let out a low cry when I felt it pulsing. The veins throbbed and I could feel a steady beat.
Blue and purple is a semi... I'd be a little worried of those colors.
Well, no, I mean, I assume...
I guess blue, but like green?
No, veins are purple, too.
His green...
Oh, his green penis.
Huh.
Yeah.
I guess I'm the Hulk.
Is it a trick of the light? Thud, thud, thud. Oh, wow, it's alive, I cried. What had I found?
Mom, Dad, look!
Look, it's alive! It's alive! It was totally weird. I couldn't wait to get it to my work table and examine it. But first...
My work table.
But first, I had to show it to Anne.
Hey, Anne!
Anne! Look. Hey, Anne! I called and started jogging towards her, holding my dick high in both my hands. I was staring at it, so I didn't see... I was staring at the egg so I didn't see Stubby, her big sheepdog, run in front of me. Whoa! I let out a cry as I fell over the dog and landed with a sickening crunch on top of my eggs.
Oh, no!
Oh!
The goo dripping out.
Chapter 4. I jumped up quickly. Stubby started to lick my face. That dog has the worst breath. I shoved him away and bent down to examine my egg. Get away from me, dog! I'm looking at my testicles!
Stop licking me while I do this.
Hey! I cried out in amazement. The egg wasn't broken. I picked it up carefully and rolled it in my hands. I mean, that's the other... Just
Chris
you could just feel it.
Rolled it.
Not a crack. What a tough shell, I thought. My chest had landed on top of the egg. It's got some saggy balls.
Man.
Pushed it into the ground, but the shell hadn't broken. I wrapped my hands around the big egg as if soothing it. I could feel the blue and purple veins pulsing. Is something inside getting ready to hatch, I wondered? Yes, your manhood. What kind of bird was inside it? Not a chicken, I knew.
No.
This was definitely not a hen's egg.
Something huge.
Splat! Another egg smacked the side of the garage. Sorry, another grenade exploded off the side of the garage. Kids were wrestling in the runny puddles of blood on the grass. I turned in time to see a boy crack the butt of his gun over another boy's head. Stop it! Stop it! Brandy was screaming at the top of her lungs, trying to stop the war before every single child was killed. I turned and saw Mom and Dad running across the yard. Hey, Annie, I called. I climbed to my feet, holding the weird egg carefully. Annie was frantically tossing grenades at 3 girls. The girls were bombarding her, 3 to 1, but Annie wasn't retreating. Anne, check this out, I called, hurrying over to her. Hey, Anne, want to see the eggs that I found in my pants?
Check it out. You're gonna love
You
this.
won't believe it! I stepped up beside her and held the eggs out to her. No, wait, I cried. Too late. Anne grabbed my egg and heaved it at the 3 girls. Metaphorically, I'm not sure what the fuck that would mean. But, I mean, unless it's like one of those teen comedies where she's like, oh boy, you reached puberty, we're gonna get you laid. Hey, check out those 3 hot girls.
Hey.
I guess we'll find out what happens tomorrow when we read Chapter 5 of R.L. Stine's Goosebumps, Egg Monsters from Mars.
Progressing.
Well, good night, Steve.
Good night, Mike.